So today, me and Dallas are going to do the pet tag, or the Furry Friend Tag, I think it's called. I've got the questions on my phone, so I'm just going to get them up. And she is asleep beside me because she's had a really busy day, but there aren't very many tag videos when it comes to pets, so I just thought I'd do this one quickly. So question 1, what's your pet's name? Her name is Dallas. Question 2, how did you come up with the name? Does it have any specific significance? So I had actually said years and years ago to my boyfriend that I wanted to have a beagle and I wanted to call him Dallas. So I was pretty intent on having a male beagle, and he would be called Dallas, and I ran with that idea for years. I do not remember why I picked that name, and I've wanted it for so long that it's just something that like is like I honestly cannot remember why I picked it in the first place. When we got this Dallas, her name was Trixie, because she was a rescue, so the person who had her before us had called her Trixie. And when we got her, I said to my boyfriend, let's bring her out to a really big field, we'll let her go, we'll shout Trixie, we'll see if she comes back. If she comes back, we'll keep it. If she doesn't come back, we will change it. So we did that. We went out, we shouted, we yelled, we pleaded, begged. She was not answering to Trixie, so we decided to change it. So she became Dallas, and she is not a beagle, but I love her in spite of that, and probably love her more than I ever could have imagined. So what else, beagles? Maybe someday. Question 3, how old is your pet? So Dallas was born on the 12th of February 2017, and so she is 2 weeks off being 7 months old. Question 4, when did you get your pet? I got Dallas on the 3rd of July, and I remember that because it is the day before American Independence Day. Question 5, what breed is your pet? No clue. We have been told she is a Yorkie, a cross between a Jack Russell and a Yorkie. Everybody seems to see the Jack Russell in her, and really the only thing about her that seems like a Yorkshire Terrier is her legs and her paws. She's got really fluffy legs and paws. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that here because she is kind of passed out. But yeah, really, really fluffy teddy bear paws. But yeah, we think Yorkie. We know Jack Russell, and she's some sort of terrier mix. Question 6, how old were you when you got your pet? I was and am 28. Yep. Question 7, how did you get your pet? We saw on the internet that there was a guy in Cork who was getting rid of her. He had thought she was going to be a much bigger dog than she is, and he threw it out there that he just needed somebody to take her. So we went and we got her. It was from a place in Cork called Ballycotton. We drove down there and got her and never looked back since. Question 8, what's your pet's favourite food? I can't ever remember. I'm going to have to go and have a look, and I think I'm going to wake her up by doing this. Okay, so it is this one. It's called Perfect Fit. I honestly do not know if it's good or not. It has like all of this information in the back about how good and healthy it is, and to be honest, like, who can make sense of this? Because I certainly can't. It's supposed to be developed with vets and supposed to have all of the good stuff that dogs need in it. One thing my trainer had said to me, not my personal trainer, my dog trainer, had said was make sure you get a dog food that doesn't have any animal derivatives in it. And when I looked on the back of Pedigree Chum, it had animal derivatives, and when I looked on the back of Baker's, it had animal derivatives, but this one doesn't. So this is the one I got. That is after scrolling down my cards. But yeah, It's perfect bit. I don't know if it's good. If anybody out there knows if this is good, please let me know. More importantly, if they know that it's not good, please let me know. But she seems to really like it, so don't you? Yeah, it's very small little pieces, but that's it. Perfect fit. I'm not doing an ad. Yeah, right. Like 0 people watch this anyway. And now you're up and active. Question 9. What's your pet's favorite game? Her favorite game is I don't know. I mean, we play one for mental stimulation, which is like you get some food and you put it in both your hands, your right and your left hand, and you kind of sit here like this or like this. So there could be nothing or there could be food, and she sits in between my legs, and if she looks at this hand she gets nothing, if she looks at this hand she gets nothing, if she looks anywhere around the room she gets nothing, but if she looks in my eyes she gets the food. And she really likes that. The entire time that we play it she wags her tail, so that's good. That's our good game. Question 10. What's your favourite thing to do together? I honestly just like hanging out with her. I love being out for walks with her if there aren't other dogs around because she freaks out. But just chilling like this, like I know she's sitting here looking at the bag of dog food now, but anytime she's kind of near me or beside me or on me, I just really like. I like that when I go out, even if it's just for 2 minutes to check the post, when I come back in, she's like, I haven't seen you in years! And her tail just wags like crazy, and yeah, I love spending any time that I get to spend with her. Question 11, do you go outdoors? Yes. If yes, where is your favourite place to go together? My favourite place to bring her is, there's a park near here where not a lot of people bring their dogs. They, for some reason, seem to avoid it in favour of bigger parks nearby, but I love bringing her there because there aren't that many dogs, so she just gets to, I put her on a stretchy lead and she gets to run around and have lots of fun and sniff everything and chase birds and pick up sticks, and just her tail wags from the second we get there to like the second we leave. So I love bringing her there, and it's a really good little park in for mine. Question 12, what's a bad habit that your pet has? I think the worst habit that Dallas has is that she chews on leads. So let me see if I can find them. Actually, in hindsight, this damage isn't too bad. Did you not chew this one? I might have to go back to this. So this is actually the first lead that Dallas ever had. I'm hoping you can see this, but I thought it was in really bad shape, but she doesn't seem to have chewed it too much at all. So we might have to start using this one again. Because I thought that one was destroyed, and I'm gonna have to take it away because she's gonna eat it now. We got her this one, which is basically the exact same lead except it was brand new. And she has very nearly chewed through it. Like all of the rope is frayed and it's actually split there. So I only use this now if I'm bringing her out in our backyard to pee, which is pretty much enclosed anyway, and she is now currently eating the one that doesn't seem to have the ribs. But yeah, so that is some pretty serious damage. And I only bought this a few weeks ago, like less than a month. And they're like, these aren't cheap. These are like, but I think this one was like €17. So it's still got its stretchiness, and this bit is still in pretty good shape, but chewed through. And then last week I made this silly mistake when I was coming home from dog training. This is Dallas's training lead. So for training we use a thick lead that doesn't stretch with a strong wristband and a big clippy thing at the end. And I only got this like 10 days ago, and I made the silly mistake. I got her out, I put her in the car and I took this off and I put her harness seat belt on, and then I left this on the seat. So I always usually take it out, but in the 5 minutes, I drove down the road and I was like, she's being awfully quiet, and it was because she was doing this. So in 5 minutes, she basically chewed through half of the lead, and I had only just bought this, so I now have to buy her another one for training because this one's gonna snap. So yeah, worst habit for sure, chewing on leads. Question 13, what's the best thing about your pet? Endless affection. She constantly wants to be near you, is excited to see you, and just never stops wagging her tail. If she stops wagging her tail, I get really worried. I'm like, there is something wrong, because she just never stops usually. Question 14, what's the naughtiest thing your pet has ever done? I'm not really sure. Probably like she ate through a pair of my boyfriend's running shoes one day, and it's my fault because I went out and I left her in the same room with them, but she knows she's not supposed to eat shoes. Like, we take them off her very regularly, and we've always discouraged it, and like if we're in the room she won't go near them. It was just because I wasn't there and she was bored, I guess. She went for them, so that's probably the naughtiest thing she's ever done. Question 15, what's the funniest memory involving your pet? I brought her for a walk one day down by the riverbank, and she was kind of snuffling around in the grass, and when she walked back over to me, she had a matchstick sticking out of her mouth. Like, her teeth were holding onto the end of it, and the bit that you strike the flame with was at the end, and it was like she was in some old western. She just came out kind of strutting along with this sticking out, and it was just really funny. It actually made me LOL, or lol as the kids say. Question 16, what's the best memory involving your pet? Everything since having her. I don't have her that long. We've already built a ton of memories, and I love creating more of them, but no, she's the best. So yeah, best memory, I don't know, getting her was a great memory. From there, driving back home with her that day, I will always remember her face when we pulled into that man's house and putting her in the car. So yeah, that's probably my best memory, because it's the start of all the other good memories. Question 17, what's the hardest thing about being a pet owner? I did not realise how much work went into this. Like, I've had a dog before, but when I got him, he was trained. He knew how to sit, he was house trained, he knew how to stay, he was pretty chilled in general, he never tried to bite ever, and with Dallas, everything is new to her, so I've had to teach her everything. So that is really hard, and it takes up all of my time. Like, first thing in the morning, I am out with her to get her to pee, and I'm monitoring the time of that all the time so she doesn't pee inside. I have to constantly keep my eye on her. Like, you will see, if she's not on the couch with me while I'm doing this, my eyes are darting around the room, like, where is she, what's she up to? And I know, she's lying right there. She's lying just out of frame. But it's, and I'm actually going to show you, because I can see her out of the corner of my eye, but this is how much. So look, she's right there. But I'm constantly wondering where she is and what she's up to. So yes, hardest thing about being a pet owner, it is so much more time consuming, and it just involves a whole lot of worry. I'm like, what's she doing? Where is she? What's she eating? What could poison her? What could hurt her? What could fall on her? Our trainer said to us one day, our pet trainer, doggy trainer, he said, from the second the dog is born, they're actively trying to kill themselves. And so true. So yeah, I'm constantly worried, and that's hard. Question 18, what's the most rewarding thing about being a pet owner? Just getting that unconditional, endless love. I think I said earlier, if I go and check the post, I come back in, she wags her tail like she hasn't seen me in years, and it's just so lovely. It's so nice to bring her out for a walk and she looks up at me. It's so nice that she comes back to me it's so nice that she falls asleep on me, that she wants to be near where I am, that she just, it is unbelievably rewarding. And I love knowing as well that if we hadn't went and got her, I hate knowing that if we hadn't went and got her, she could have had a very untimely end. I hate the idea of that, but I love the idea that we were able to help her and to get her out of that. Question 19, does your pet have a nickname and what is it? She really doesn't. There isn't much you can do with Dallas. We're not going to go around calling her Dal. So I occasionally call her Puppy, or I might call her Little Lady. If I'm like talking to my boyfriend in a kind of jokey way, like, move along, little lady, get out of the way. Yeah, I do not have a nickname for her, and I don't think my boyfriend does either, really. I will occasionally hear a "move, bitch" coming from the other room, but that's not his nickname for her. It's just because he thinks he's funny. Question 20, have you ever taught your pet any tricks, and if so, what? Yes, I have. I have taught her how to sit, stay, lie down, roll over, give the paw, and how to heel. I am planning on making a video showing the tricks that she is able to do so far, and a little bit of chat about how I taught her to do them and how long it took and stuff like that. And I'm hoping in that video also to teach her a new trick, but I'm not sure which one yet, so that is hopefully coming soon. But no, I've taught her a fair few tricks and she's really good at them. So yeah, that is kind of the furry friend tag. I cannot believe my furry friend has abandoned me from my sign off, so maybe I need to go to her. But she's actually fallen asleep on the floor. So I think I'm probably going to say goodbye for both of us because I don't want to disturb her while she's asleep. Yeah, she's laying down, and I could try. I'm just going to take a quick. So here she is. There she is, the most beautiful puppy. She's like, shut up, stop saying. I'm trying to sleep. Some of us are trying to sleep here. But yeah, Dallas is going for a nap on the floor, in spite of the fact, right? Just a few mere steps over here. We have bed number 1 and bed number 2. Couch number 1, couch number 2. No, she's gonna lie there. So we're gonna sign off there, and we will catch you again soon. Okay, bye.